activity to the greatest extent possible. This is not the day to train for a marathon or to do an outside event with your children. Stay inside, close windows and doors, and use air purifiers if you have them. If you are an older or have heart or breathing problems or an older adult, you should remain inside. And if you must go outdoors, wear high-quality masks such as a K95. Our students are in school today, but the chancellor has canceled all outside events as an abundance of caution. These recommendations may change. This is a moving situation, and we will keep New Yorkers informed on any changes based on updated air quality conditions. In the meantime, we recommend all New Yorkers take the precautions that they see fit to protect their health. Air quality conditions are anticipated to temporarily improve later tonight through tomorrow morning, but they are expected to deteriorate further tomorrow afternoon and evening. We want everyone to check the air quality forecast from local media outlets, the National Weather Service, or other weather air quality apps that you can access on the go. While this may be the first time we've experienced something like this on this magnitude, let's be clear, it is not the last. Climate change is accelerating these conditions, and we must continue to draw down emissions, improve air quality, and build resiliency. New York City is clearly a national leader on public health and climate action. And these dangerous air quality conditions are clearly an urgent reminder that we must act now to protect our city, our environment, and the future of our children. Finally, I'd like to point out that we have the city's best doctors and hospital administrators working on our team. We have the best emergency management, the best climatologists, and many other skilled and dedicated people working for the city and helping make these decisions. I urge all New Yorkers to listen to them and draw on their expertise as we cycle through this issue. Now I want to turn it over to the Emergency Management Commissioner, Commissioner Isco.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thanks for being here today to talk about this smoke issue here in New York City. So as many of you know, smoke traveling from the current wildfires along the Canadian border has significantly impacted air quality here in New York City and throughout the Northeast. This is something that began to rapidly deteriorate yesterday afternoon. Smoke is something that is notoriously difficult to forecast. Unlike weather, there's a lot more variables that go into the creation of smoke. For one, the amount of fire being created on the ground, the ability of firefighters to actually put out those fires, what is actually burning, and then in addition to that, you have all the complexities of the forecasting of the weather systems that could then drive that smoke into this area. And so the air quality significantly diminished, rapidly deteriorated late yesterday. As a result, New York State Department of Environmental Conservation issued an air quality health advisory, which will be extended at least until midnight tonight. We expect this to be a multiple-day event, so we expect that advisory to remain in place for the next few days. Again, it is notoriously difficult to forecast smoke in these types of events. As the mayor said, wildfires are growing, increasingly more common around the world due to increased temperatures and drought. We've seen this happen in Brazil, in Indonesia, in California, now in Canada. Canada has 9% of the world's forests. And this year's fire season has actually occurred early in Canada. The intensity as well as the number of fires is far higher than usual. Usually it peaks in July. So this is something that we can continue to see possibly over the next few months. New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene and our agency, Emergency Management, advises everybody to limit outdoor activity as much as possible. We're also urging New Yorkers to keep your windows closed. If you're using an air conditioner, be sure to close the fresh air intake to prevent outdoor air from entering your home. And as the mayor said, latest smoke models show further deterioration in the early afternoon through tomorrow morning, with smoke conditions possibly looking better sometime tomorrow during the day, with improvements possibly tomorrow night into Friday morning. But again, difficult to forecast. This is going to be a multiple-day event. It is very, very important that all New Yorkers sign up for Notify NYC. You can sign up by calling 311, by going to nyc.gov/Notify NYC, making sure that you're getting the information you need, following our social media channels to stay attuned of the information that is being put out there about air quality. Finally, we've been putting out a lot of Notify NYC messages over the last 24 hours. We've also been hosting interagency meetings and meeting consistently with City Hall. As I said, finally, before turning it over to Dr. Vassan, the best protection, especially if you are somebody who is vulnerable, is to stay indoors for now and to make sure you have the information you need to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. Now over to you, Dr. Vassan.
Thank you, Commissioner Iskell. It's good to be here under challenging circumstances. I'm Health Commissioner Ashwin Vasan, the city's doctor. This air quality event, which for a time yesterday gave us the worst air quality in New York City since the 1960s, presents real health risks. The fine particulate matter in the air can get into people's lungs, cause inflammation, and worsen conditions like asthma, chronic lung disease, or underlying heart conditions. Older adults may be particularly vulnerable due to declines in lung function and weaker immune systems. Children may also be more susceptible due to poor air quality because their lungs are still developing. Our guidance right now, our health guidance to all New Yorkers, is to limit outdoor activity as much as possible. This is especially true for older adults, people with underlying chronic medical conditions or issues with their immune systems, and young children who all may be at elevated risk. Avoid going outside unless you absolutely have to. For people who must be outdoors, a high-quality mask like an N95, a KN95, or a KF94 is recommended. For doctors and providers seeing patients in their clinics and hospital, please follow the steps taken by our colleagues at New York City Health and Hospitals and consider rescheduling